What's up guys, this is Deftone from 7 Sins, and this is a basic tutorial on how to create a hybrid weapon. So first things first, this is Gibbed's editor version 121. So I will post the download links at the bottom of the description. Also any other resources that you need for creating hybrids. So first things first is when you're making hybrids, you want to make sure that you create them in the bank, because if you create them in the backpack, they're going to disappear. The reason why is because the game has a built-in check-in system for weapons. If the game sees that there's any guns that have misplaced parts or anything like that, it will most likely disappear, and you will see on the sides here, when I'm doing the hybrid weapon, that there'll be exclamation points, and that basically will tell you that the gun has a possibility of it being deleted. But since we're doing it in the bank, there's no in-game check system for the bank for hybrids, so you basically can go wild and do whatever you want. But for the sake of this tutorial, this is going to be extremely basic, and I'm going to go through everything step by step just to help you guys get used to the fact of creating a hybrid and experimenting it on your own. So what I have right now in my bank is a legendary sniper rifle. It's not modded. Everything, all the stats are actually legitimate from the game. So the first thing is the type. When we look at this, that's going to remain the same, so you want to leave that the same. The balance, that basically explains to you what type of gun you have. You can change this to whatever gun you want it to be, as far as weapon type, and with this editor, unfortunately you can't create DLC weapons from scratch. You can only edit them inside the editor, so from now we're just gonna stick with a regular legendary weapon. For manufacturer, you can actually change this to whatever you want, um, and for the sake of being unique, I'm going to change this to Anshin, which is a shield manufacturer. Manufacturer grade, that's going to be the level of the weapon. So level 50, I'm a level 50 character, so I'm going to use that. For body, grip, you want to leave these the same. These are the basic looks of the weapon, the aesthetics, so you really don't want to mess around with those. I mean, you can change the grip around if you want to the ones that you want, like a Jacob's grip. That's totally fine, or just leave it as is. So before I do any modding, I'm going to make a duplicate of this gun so I can show you guys in game, in comparison, the differences between the modded and the non-modded one. So when we come down to the barrel, this is actually the most important part of hybrid weapon making, because the barrel has a lot of features on it, especially legendaries and whatnot. For this particular sniper, this one has the red text that says man killer. It's a real high damage sniper rifle. Base damage, I believe, is like 20,000 some odd damage. So, and also with the accessory that's right here, it increases it to 145% critical damage. That's what the critical is, if you already didn't know that. So with this barrel, I mean, you can actually, use a different barrel, a different sniper rifle barrel if you wanted to. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to keep it simple, and leave that the same. The only things we're going to be modding are the things that are below. So we'll leave that for this tutorial right here. We'll leave that the same. And for the sight, we'll leave that the same. The stock, we're going to leave that the same, because with the sight, with a sniper rifle, you're probably most likely going to want a sight, but with any other weapons that really don't require a sight. For instance, like shotguns, it's more close quarters. You can put in a modded accessory in it in its place. So when we come down to the elemental accessory and accessory 2, these right here you can use to your advantage to amplify the damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boost the critical damage a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the accessory and put it down here. So that should give us a larger boost of a critical damage. Not a whole lot, but definitely more than the original. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is the elemental. I'm going to change this to have it shoot more projectiles. So I'm going to use a shotgun barrel for that. So this is a modded conference call, as you can tell. So I'm going to copy this right here and paste this into the elemental. Now this Taurog Barrel will give you a lot of projectiles. I believe, I want to say it's times 12. I could be mistaken, but we can find out in game. The only downfall of this is that it reduces, or actually, I'm sorry, it increases the ammo consumed per shot. So the more barrels that you put of this, for instance, if you wanted more projectiles, you can put it in here, double the amount of projectiles. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just going to put this right here to add more critical damage. And that right there is going to give you a lot of projectiles. There's other weapons that have yet to be discovered to see if there's actual barrels that increase more projectiles than the Taurog one. But since the hybrid weapons is still kind of in its first form, there's still a lot of discoveries to be found. Anyways, down to the material part. This is the actual skin of the gun, so you can actually change this to whatever you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to new weapon, and I'm going to change the skin of this. So I'm going to go down to I'm going to go down to the launchers, the Molly one, and I'm going to choose the hive, and I'm going to go down to material down here. And I'm going to copy this material. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to paste it in here. So now the skin of the gun is going to be different. So it's going to have the hive skin on the gun, so it's going to make it really cool looking and unique. And that's going to make it pretty awesome looking. Anyways, down to the prefix and title, you can leave those the same. It doesn't really matter. So now that we've got our basic hybrid weapon created, and what I mean by basic is it's pretty basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and I'm going to show this to you in game in comparison with the regular non-modded version of this sniper rifle. So I will see you in a bit. Alright guys, I'm back now. So as you can see, I'm inside the game, and I have both weapons here. So this is the original gun that I have, the non-modified, except for the Anshin. I did forget to remove that from the non-modified version. So as you can see, here are the stats, the regular one, and for the one that I modded, you see it's got 22,609 times 12 damage, plus 165% critical damage, and it's got the lovely hive skin on it. So this will consume ammo a lot more because of the barrel that I use. It's the only downside, but if you know how to mod your ammo pool within Gibbed's editor, you really won't have a problem. So I mean, Also, what I noticed when I changed it to the Anshin um, manufacturer, the reload animation is not there. I mean, it just reloads, by itself with no animation, but it doesn't really matter. So anyways, that's pretty much it. That's the um, basic tutorial on how to make hybrid weapons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry if it was boring. I try to make it as informative as possible. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, feel free to post on the forums. I also will be probably making a more advanced tutorial on how to make more powerful weapons, because this is just basic stuff. There's a lot more weapons that are better than this, so I just wanted to help those that were new to this, so to help them understand where to put things, to make your weapon do more damage. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helped you guys out, and I will talk to you soon, and good luck with your modding.